Commander Elena Vasquez felt the fabric of space-time ripple beneath her feet as the UES Prometheus dropped out of quantum fold drive. Through the bridge's reinforced viewport, she watched stars realign themselves into familiar constellations, a sight that should have brought comfort, but instead filled her with dread. Earth hung before them, a blue-white marble, suspended in the cosmic void, but something was wrong. The planet's electromagnetic signature pulsed erratically, and strange geometric patterns of light danced across its atmosphere. "Ma'am, we're receiving an encrypted burst transmission from command," reported Lieutenant Chen, his voice tight with urgency. "Priority Alpha. The hegemony has issued humanity an ultimatum." Elena's jaw clenched. The Veil 3 hegemony, a coalition of 17 alien species that had controlled this sector of the galaxy for over 2 millennia. For 3 years, they had watched humanity's rapid expansion beyond the solar system with growing alarm. What had started as curious observation had evolved into thinly veiled threats, and now it seemed open hostility. "Put it through," she commanded. The holographic display flickered to life, revealing the angular, crystalline form of High Arbiter Zix Thran. Its voice resonated through harmonic frequencies that made the ship's hull vibrate ominously. "Biological collective designation, humanity. Your species has violated Hegemony Protocol 7.3.2 by establishing unauthorized colonies in the Kepler 442 system. You have 72 of your planetary rotations to withdraw all assets beyond your species' origin system or face systematic eradication." This is not negotiable. The transmission ended abruptly, leaving the bridge in tense silence. Dr. Sarah Okoro, the ship's xenobiologist and diplomatic advisor, stepped forward. "Commander, we need to consider the implications. The hegemony has never issued an ultimatum to a species and then rescinded it. Their historical pattern suggests—" "I know what their pattern suggests, Doctor," Elena interrupted. "Complete annihilation of non-compliant species. But they've never encountered humans before." She turned to face her crew, 47 men and women representing the best of Earth's military and scientific elite. Each face reflected the same mixture of fear and determination that she felt churning in her own chest. Navigation: set course for the Proxima Centauri system. Communications: send a coded transmission to all human colonies. Implement Omega Protocol immediately. As the Prometheus engaged its quantum drives, Elena reflected on the path that had brought humanity to this moment. Only 50 years ago, they had been confined to a single world, dreaming of the stars. The discovery of quantum fold technology had changed everything, allowing them to leap across impossible distances in mere hours. Within a decade, human colonies had sprouted across a dozen systems, each one pushing further into what they had assumed was empty space. They had been wrong. The first contact with the hegemony had occurred at Kepler 442b, humanity's most distant colony. The encounter had been brief, but telling a single hegemony vessel had materialized above the colony, scanned everything with incomprehensible technology, and vanished without communication. Similar incidents had followed across human space, always the same pattern: observe, analyze, disappear. Elena had spent months studying hegemony technology, recovered from probe fragments left behind during these encounters. What she discovered had both terrified and fascinated her. The aliens possessed mastery over fundamental forces that humanity barely understood: gravity manipulation, quantum field generators, and something the scientists called dimensional folding that allowed them to exist partially outside normal spacetime. But Elena had also noticed something else in the probe data: adaptation patterns. The hegemony ships were modifying their scanning frequencies, adjusting their approach vectors, learning from each encounter. They were studying humanity just as intensely as humans studied them. "Commander, we're approaching Proxima Centauri, announced the helmsman. Colony ship New Horizon is responding to our hail. The viewport filled with the massive bulk of the colony vessel, its rotating habitat rings catching the red dwarf's light. But as Elena watched, space around the ship began to distort, like heat shimmer rising from hot pavement. "Ma'am, we're detecting massive gravitational anomalies," reported the sensor operator, his voice cracking with stress. "Something's coming out of fold space, multiple contacts, massive energy signatures." The fabric of reality tore open like a wound, and through it emerged the Hegemony fleet. 12 vessels of impossible geometry materialized around the human colony, their crystalline hulls pulsing with energy that made the local star dim in comparison. Elena's hands moved across her command console with practiced precision. "All stations, battle ready. Activate quantum shields and charge the Nova cannons." She knew they were outmatched. Humanity's most advanced warship against 12 vessels from a civilization that had ruled the galaxy for millennia. But as she watched the alien fleet begin to power weapons that could atomize planets, Elena realized something profound. This was not just about territory or resources. This was about the fundamental question of humanity's place in the cosmos. The Hegemony saw them as a disease to be excised, a chaotic element disrupting the ordered stability they had maintained for thousands of years. "Sir, the colony ship is requesting evacuation assistance," Chen reported. Elena's finger hovered over the weapons release. Around them, space itself seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the moment that would define humanity's future among the stars. Negative. Signal all human vessels, stand and fight. Today, we show the galaxy that humanity will not go quietly into extinction. The first energy beams lanced out from the Hegemony vessels, and in that moment, the cosmos itself seemed to quake with the realization that a new player had entered the eternal war for survival among the stars. Humanity had made its choice, and the universe would never be the same.